every single Hunter x Hunter ability to find out if I would actually benefit from it. So to answer this question, I created the perfect tier list. The first category is going to be Lifesaver. These are the abilities that would literally change my life. The next tier is pretty helpful, maybe shave a few minutes off my commute. Next, we have meh, I don't know, like novelty, nen ability, like a party tricks. And the last one is why would I want this? First on our list, Gone Freaks. There is one main benefit. I would not lose a game of rock, paper, scissors again in my entire life.
All right, guys. Uber's here.
Shotgun! Oh! Definitely a tie.
How do you want to solve this?
How'd you feel about a game of rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, yeah, let's do this.
Don't blame me when you lose.
I won't worry about it.
No, you can have it. No, you can have it.
I don't want to rank him too high. We'll put him in meh. Next up, Killua. When I first thought of Killua's ability being electricity, I was like, I don't know if I could use that too much. But the thought of never having to pay my electricity bill ever again already puts him in pretty helpful. If I had a Tesla, free charging. I could literally drive it across the entire continental United States without stopping. That's a pretty helpful ability. Next up for the main characters, Kurapika. Now there's one ability in particular. The lie detector would be pretty sick. I can make an entire career out of that. But when he's in specialist mode, he can heal himself. Oh my God. You're telling me that when I stub my toe, I don't have to live in pain and agony and crying and rolling around on the floor anymore? Lifesaver. Man's got a 2-for-1. Next up, Leorio. The only net ability we know about Leorio is the stupid gag punch that he does to Gon's father. That being said, if Leorio could take his arm and teleport it through a wall, for instance, he could grab a cup of water. I'd be one lazy motherfucker, but that'd be a pretty cool ability. I'm confident putting him in pretty helpful. I figure we can move on to the Zoldyck family. First up is Illumi. You might be thinking, yeah, it'd be cool to like have servants that would do your every bidding. As an average Joe, I don't know if I'm comfortable committing murder. Slavery is already bad enough. Like that's kind of a double whammy, and I don't know if my conscience or my moral compass could handle that. I'm gonna be a little pussy bitch. I'm sorry. Why would I want this? Next up, Killua's dad. I think his name is Sylvia. I might be remembering this wrong. This might be the grandpa, but I think he has like a Hanzo dragon from Overwatch ability. I don't know why I'd want that really. Speaking of the grandpa, Zeno, hear me out. I don't care about any of his other abilities. The only ability that I care about is that fucking dragon that they fly in the Chimera Antark. Granting me the ability to fly is absolutely life-changing. It's like a free lifetime flyer pass. Moving on to Kaluto. I mean, I could maybe use her ability to like start like an origami business, I guess. I feel like I wouldn't figure out a use for this, and I'm just gonna put her in, yeah. Easy, lifesaver. The only problem that might get in the way is that I would need like a partner in crime. I'd be like, yo, man, I'm gonna turn. You gotta ask for this wish, ask for like $1 million, bro. So as long as I have a trustful partner in my life, that is an absolutely, positively lifesaver ability. The fat one. I don't know if he even has Nen. I'm pretty sure this guy is just like the Tai Lopez of the family. I don't really know I'd want anything out of him. The final one for the Zoldyck family, Goto. He's not in the family, but I just didn't have anywhere else to put him. I don't think that he can like duplicate coins. And even if he could, I don't think they're like actual currency. So I think we'll pop him right there. Moving on to the Phantom Troop. And first on the list is Daddy Crollo himself. God damn. I don't know what I would take from him. His entire ability is to just steal other people's Nen abilities. Why the fuck would I want something that requires other people whom do not exist in my universe to steal from? Yeah, I don't know why I'd want this. Hisoka. I'm putting him in pretty helpful. The only reason is the same thing with Leorio. Like if I have a bottle of water across the room and I'm like, oh man. I mean, come on. Okay, next up, Phaeton. This is gonna sound like the stupidest ability yet. You might be wondering, why would you want to summon a fucking blazing sun onto Earth? Pretty sure that would just be mass murder. But my question is, if he could spawn that little like heat protective suit on command without the sun being there, that would make summer so much more bearable. Not only that, but when your pizza rolls are in the oven and you can't take them out, boom, oven mitt, immediately, just summoned. We'll put him with God for now. Machi, like never having to pay for health insurance ever again. She's going in pretty helpful. Moving on to Finks. This dude just punches. I don't know why I'd want that. I'm not gonna become a UFC fighter. Franklin. I'm pretty sure I would never be let through TSA again in my entire life. Shizuku. Having the ability to have a vacuum to clean everything up in your entire apartment, like that is amazing. And let's not forget, you would never have to pay for movers again in your life. You're telling me that I could suck up everything in this basement, walk 15 miles to my next apartment, and plop chop it down like nothing ever happened. Life-saving ability. Shellnark. Now, what I said about Illumi, about the slave thing, this is only one half of the problem, right? Because the person doesn't have to die. You can send him to work every day. You could have him clean up your house if you wanted to, and then just send them on their merry way. Amazing. I'm leaning towards lifesaver. Big mommy, big tits, big nose woman. Hear me out here. Have you ever had that moment where you're talking to a friend, right? And you're like, oh my God, like pictures cannot even describe the moon that I just saw tonight. You had to be there. Well, guess what? Fucking poof. Okay, that looked like suicide. That was me shooting the memory into someone else's head. They can see what you're talking about now. Pretty helpful. Let's hold our horses here. Uvo, I mean, his iron body would be pretty cool. I'm not looking to like blow anyone up with a punch or anything, so I'll put meh for now. Cortopi, banger ability right here. If you're telling me that I could go to the mall, pick out a million new outfits, come home, duplicate them, return the duplicates to the store, and keep everything that I originally bought, banger ability. I would also become the best thief in the world. They could be like, oh my God, the Declaration of Independence was stolen. I'd be like, nah, it's right there. I promise. It's right there. Yeah. Lifesaver. Nobugundu? I'm so sorry. Lightning fast reflexes would be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I would be the best player on my baseball beer league team. For that, I'll give him meh. More of these are useful than I thought they would be. Speaking of not useful abilities, we're not gonna talk about this. Now we can move on to the rest of the York new cast, starting with Melody. I could maybe find a career being a therapist, maybe like a hostage negotiator kind of guy. It could go right here. Neon, life-saving ability. I don't even have to explain why. The girl that kisses people and makes them slaves. She's on the same net level as Shellnark, in a way. But follow my train of thought here. I am not as attractive. I am not a female. I don't know how many people would willingly accept my kiss. So I'm a little scared of like, I don't know, sexual assault charges. Like, trust me. Oh, I'll put her in pretty helpful. Squala, being able to talk to animals. You'd save like a buck or two for obedience training. Meh. Basho, I don't really know much about this guy. I'm pretty sure his ability relies on like fire. I feel like that would cause way more problems than it would solve. I'd burn down my house before I even accomplished one good thing about this ability. Sorry, buddy. Moving on to Greedo Island. Genthru is first up. I don't really want to be classified as a terrorist in my lifetime, so sorry. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this guy's name, but hear me out. I'm not the tallest person in the world, and that one trick he taught to Gon and Killua would save me the embarrassment of grabbing the cookie jar for the rest of my life. And for that, I am grateful. I'll put him in meh. Next up, Bisky. I don't know why I would want to be like that ripped, but I mean, having the career path of being a bodybuilder would be kind of cool. Put her in meh. Razor. Okay, am I looking to become the best dodgeball player of all time? Not really. Meh. Moving on to the final arc, the Chimera Antarch, starting off with Daddy Netero. Hear me out. If that big ass statue is able to pick up things around me, my reach just extended by a mile. I'll put him in meh just because I'm not actually sure if that's how his ability works. Moving on to Meruem. I mean, having like this beating rage sounds like it's causing more problems than it would help. Moving on to Poof. Being able to split yourself on a cellular level would be sick. On top of that, you can change your face makeup to be the best impersonator of all time. This man has personalized deepfake baked into his face. I would say that's kind of life-changing. Neferpitou. Other than having the biggest thunder thighs I have ever seen in my life, I'm not sure what I'm really getting out of this. I could become a director of the Muppets movies. That would be a really cool career path. I'm lying to myself. I don't know why I'd want this. Kite. I am immediately putting him into why would I want this? The Devil Man. Being able to grow arms on yourself would be pretty sick. This is multitasking at its highest level. He's pretty helpful. Instant life-changing ability. On every single Facebook quiz that you have ever taken in your life where you have to pick between two superpowers, being invisible is always the correct choice. You could rob banks. You could become a magician. Like, I'll stop right there. Moving on to Chester the Cheeto. Here's what I'm thinking for it. If I were feeling maybe a little anxious in a crowd of people and I was able to teleport, to just take a few breaths. I'm putting him in meh. Zaza, to use her ability where you create like those slaves, you have to like transform them from human to like ant. Like murder is not on the table in this situation. Meh. Ikalgo, I'm sorry, buddy. I love you. I don't know why I'd want to be Chris Kyle though. Flutter is teetering on life-saving for me. Like I would never have to buy a security system ever again. I want to put him in lifesaver, but again, kind of one-dimensional compared to like all of the other people that we have up there. Pretty helpful. Nov, instant lifesaver. What I was saying about Chester the Cheeto, if you ever needed to take a breather, if this guy's got you covered, plus the added fact of teleportation. I gotta go pick up some shit from Target. Let me just open a portal and Morale. Vaping is already seen as a loser-ass ability, and the fact that I have to carry this, like, 10-ton pipe on my back at all times, I just don't think I'd want this. Palm. Surveillance, very cool, but it's attached to a person. Like, I'm not looking to stalk anybody. I'll put her in Matt. Okay, finally, we have Knuckle. Someone tell me why the fuck I would ever need this in my life. If I'm the only person in the entire world that can use Nen, why would I need to steal someone's aura? You're one of my favorite characters, but if you've made it all the way through the end of this video, please consider subscribing. I do tier lists like this all the time on the channel. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.